Imagine being so paralyzed by worry and guilt you can't leave your house. That's the plight of those who suffer from obsessive-compulsive disorder.
You know, we've not done enough to end the stigma of mental health.
Listen, no, you do have OCD.
I don't.
I'm almost OCD when it comes to checking the food I send out.
You may know OCD as this, or maybe even this. Well, I'm here to tell you, it's not just these things. In fact, people with OCD can suffer far worse. There's a huge misunderstanding around OCD. But before I get ahead of myself, what is OCD? Well, I visited someone from a local support group to find out more.
Hi, I'm Claire. I'm 38. I live in West Sussex. I've had OCD for my whole life, I think. I remember first experiencing symptoms when I was about 6 or 7. Got a diagnosis only when I was about 27, and now I run a support group in West Sussex for people with OCD, trying to support people and helping them get treatment for their disorder. OCD is a chronic anxiety condition, and it's characterised by what we call intrusive thoughts, which is when a person is overcome with mental pictures, worries of things that might happen, they think problems they might cause. For example, fear of harm, fear of contamination, there's unwanted sexual thoughts and unwanted religious thoughts, and those are the main 4 key obsessions that a person with OCD might have. And in order to really get rid of the anxiety caused by the obsessions, they carry out compulsive actions. So someone who might have a fear of contamination might compulsively wash their hands or compulsively wash themselves, spend hours in the shower. I think my first memory of what I now know as OCD is when I was about 6 or 7, I became worried that someone might be hiding in my wardrobe and might attack me, to the point where I would come home from school and I would spend hours just opening and shutting my wardrobe door. I think OCD is really misunderstood. Fortunately, I think awareness is growing, but a lot of people use the term OCD as a way of describing someone who might just be a bit pernickety. Quite often, I talk to people about my OCD, and a lot of people are very understanding and are genuinely interested, and that's absolutely great. But quite often I say to somebody, I've got OCD, and their first reaction is to laugh and to say, oh, what do you do? And they don't realise that actually what they've actually just asked is, tell us your worst fears. It's a really, really difficult thing to live with. And please understand that obsessions and compulsions are different things. And if somebody has got OCD, it's because there's something going on in their mind that they're finding so disturbing that they need your support. So please find out about OCD and support people.
OCD affects about 1 in 40 people. It is especially misrepresented throughout the internet. On social media, OCD is used in a humorous way, and OCD tests often float around the internet. To stop the stigma around OCD and mental health, we need to have acceptance of the illness and start talking about it. We need to know what OCD is and what it isn't. By raising awareness, I hope someday soon we can stop the stigma around OCD. So you could understand what someone with OCD goes through. I asked people online what suffering with OCD was like. This is what they said.
My OCD causes me to be late for everything, and sometimes not even show up at all.
I battle every day with a monster inside my head telling me to do things.
Like a TV voiceover saying, you're a selfish, bad person, you should hate yourself.
Causes stress, bouts of depression, and makes me socially awkward.
Talking to someone and mid-sentences, I get flooded with images.
When I hear someone use the term OCD that really isn't OCD, it makes me want to curl up into a ball and bury myself in the sand.
Paranoid that everyone is mad at me, doesn't like me, and is judging me.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you get knocked down.
Lack of sleep, meltdowns and arguments. Nightmares.
The stigma and discrimination I face every day is heartbreaking.
OCD is a term that is used in a supposedly humorous way to talk about people who may just have a sort of personality trait, like tidiness or ordering in your house. We need to start challenging the way OCD is being trivialised. Question when someone uses the term, "You're a little bit OCD."